What up, you guys? How y'all doing? It's time now for my weekly prediction video for the Daytona Supercross. As you can tell by my banner that's coming up. Got my prediction video, something I probably should have done since Anaheim won. But still, I'm doing it right now. So, as for some of you guys who play the Rocky Mountain site, I actually got two accounts. I'm going to go with my main one first. Now, I have Jett Lawrence as the winner, Eli Tomac second, Cooper Webb third, Chase Sexton fourth, and Ken Roczen in fifth. The wild card for 10th place, I got Justin Barcia. Because I don't really think, now I'm going to start with the wild card first. I don't really think that Justin Barcia has really been showing what he's capable of all year long. I don't know if he came into the season hurt or anything, but he hasn't really been fighting for first place or a top five like how I was thinking he might. But then again, you never know. Ken Roczen, he got a win earlier this year at Glendale, and good on Ken Roczen. Unfortunately, I don't think Ken has really been fighting for the front positions as well. I mean, a lot of that could be bad luck, and a lot of that is really so dependent on the start, because the starts have become a matter of life or death as of late. Now, for third, I have or fourth place, I should say, Chase Sexton. I really hope that Sexton is over his hand injury, because he's been kind of proving it, that it's kind of been hampering him. But I kind of hoped that with the week off that we had just before Arlington, that Chase Sexton would have some healing time, and to a point, I think he kind of proves me right that he did kind of heal up a little bit, even though he didn't really battle for the win. But again, it's going to come down to the start. Now, I have to admit, I saw the track map for Daytona, and I actually like the layout. I like that it's a sweeping left-hander, okay? You know, because I have to admit that even when when Chad Reed and James Stewart were fighting for the titles in the 2010s, I actually did not like the fact that Daytona had a left-hand 90-degree first turn, because I thought that was a recipe for disaster. And I think that Daytona should go back to 180 lefts, because as Jeremy McGrath once said, 180-degree corners are where you pass. I like the fact that there's a lot more wide-open straightaways, and Daytona is not as tight and twisty as it really as what the what the past few years have shown. Now, why do I have Eli Tomac for second? Or well, actually, I'm kind of jumping ahead. I got Cooper Webb for third. I think Cooper Webb has kind of shown that he's back. And I don't know if Daytona is really Webb's strong point. I don't think it is. He's yet to win at Daytona. But still, I don't know if he's really proven himself as that legit Daytona rider yet. So, but I still think that Webb's going to ride strong. He did show something at the last race at Dallas. And, with Jett falling on the last lap twice, or not twice, but once, with getting caught up with Vince Freezy. Because, in my mind, Cooper Webb let's face it, Cooper Webb was a sitting duck at Dallas. And if he won that race and had Jett Lawrence not crashed, we all know that would have been by the skin of his teeth. It could have been a drag race like what we saw in 2019 with Roczen and Webb. And, but, it is what it is. And I got Eli Tomac for second place. That beast mode that we saw, the beast mode that some of you guys saw from Dallas, I'm still not convinced. If Eli Tomac shows me something at Daytona, then I'll change my tune. Not going to lie to you, because I'm still not convinced. And some of you guys are asking me, what is it going to take? he has to do it back-to-back weeks. Because, hey, let's face it. We all knew that was a third-place ride on Eli Tomac's behalf last week at Dallas. But still, come on, really. That's one race. He's got to do it back-to-back for Beast Mode to be back, to convince everybody that Beast Mode is back for Eli Tomac. That's why I said that I'm not convinced. Because really, it's one race. And if you see Christoph Purcell put in a fast lap when he was racing, and he barely even rode up front, that guy can run up front, but he just had to do it. And the fact that he never really did it when it counted is not like an example of Kevin Windham. I mean, it's not like you're going to see an outstanding ride on Kevin Windham every single week, okay? Because Kevin Windham, when he put in rides like he did at Tampa in 99, those kinds of rides were very rare back in the day. But for Eli Tomac to do that, like, come on, one race, okay. One race. Can he do it back-to-back? That's the big question, because if he does it back-to-back, I'm willing to change my tune. So that's why I have Eli Tomac for second place and Jett Lawrence for first place on my main account, okay? Because I thought Jett does good in motocross. He swept the outdoor season last year, but of course Eli Tomac was out with the Achilles injury. Still, we all know that if Eli was out there last summer, Jett Lawrence would probably have had his lunch handed to him week in, week out. I mean, he might win one race here and there, but still, I still think that Jett has what it takes to win. And we all know that Jett had Dallas in the bag if he didn't flirt with the side of the track like Chad Reed did. But the difference there in my book, like I was saying in a past video, is that when Chad Reed flirted with the edge of the track, he was a lot more calculated. Jett Lawrence is not quite as calculated as Chad Reed. Okay? Now for the 250s, unfortunately, Austin Fortner is not going to be out there. And I saw his Instagram reel. I couldn't help but feel for that guy, because that guy deserves a break to come his way. No pun intended. And because really, I was thinking that Austin Fortner might make it like 2019 all over again. And in the blink of an eye, it didn't happen. Of course, Haiden Deegan given a written warning for ghosting his Yamaha, copying what Dad Brian did in 97 at LA. Quite frankly, I think Deegan got off easily. Haiden, that is. Because back then, Brian Deegan got fined $1,000 for what he did. So, I think for my top 5 for the 250s, I'm thinking Haiden Deegan, Tom Vialle, Max Anstie, Cameron McAdoo, and for 5th place, I'm probably going to go with Coty Schock. And of course, I'm just going off of my gut, okay? So I just thought I'd give my predictions here for the 450 class and the 250 East Coast. And by the way, props to Coty Schock, because for riding for Muckhoff Yamaha, he's having a breakout season. I'm very impressed. If that guy hits the podium, I'll be really, really impressed. Do I think he's going to win it? Nah, probably not. But still, it's always possible. So, anyway, guys, that's all for today. And remember, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later. See you for Daytona tomorrow on Saturday.